Overton, and I'm the chair of the Department of Geography and the Environment. It's my pleasure today to introduce you to your professor for the semester in Applied Retail Geography, and that's Dr. Murray Rice. Dr. Rice is a business geographer. His specialty is location intelligence. He's done research on all kinds of topics, like where people put headquarters and why, where people move businesses and why, lots of different aspects of the economy and why things happen economically in terms of businesses where they happen. Got a lot of grad students. He's taught this class multiple times. It's a great class from my perspective because it's project-based. So I thought what we would do, Murray, today is I'd just ask you some interview questions. Is there anything else you'd like to introduce about yourself first?
No, I think that's a great introduction. I'm just warming my brain up, quite honestly. So
excellent. Well,
let's get going.
All right. So in Applied Retail Geography, what is the central purpose of teaching this class? What drives you to teach this class?
Well, I just love this class because it's so practical. I mean, retail is something we all engage in. It's not something theoretical. It's something that we do, if not daily, at least weekly, and if not weekly, at least monthly. I mean, we all buy stuff. So this is a touch point for all of us. And I just really appreciate that down-to-earth nature of the thing. We all know stores. We're all familiar. You might have different retail opportunities that you shop at than me, but you shop somewhere, whether it's online or in person. You have your favorite stores, your go-to places for food, for clothing, for all that stuff. And so that's probably the biggest reason why I really love the class, so we can all identify with it.
Yeah, it's so embedded in what you had to say already. You shop somewhere and you have your go-to places.
Right.
So bring this back to geography for just a minute. I always remember Dr. Opong always used to raise this question in thesis defenses and other seminars. And what's geographic about it, right? So I know that at the heart and soul of all that you do, geography is there. But in terms of applied retail, what does geography bring?
Well, geography is just so inherent. I mean, like you say, it's everywhere. You unpack any part of the retail system, and there's a where at the heart of it. So that's quite true. But we could break that down. We could start with the store, which is probably the most obvious thing that we would think about. Stores are in a given place, and that's honestly true. I mean, it's obviously true for Albertsons, for places like that. That they're in a given place, but it's also true for Amazon. You go on their website and you might think, well, I'm just on the web. Maybe I'm sitting there eating Cheetos and in my underwear making an order, but you're not thinking about the where part of it, except you are still in a place as a person, and they do have to deliver to you. It's not good enough to just order something and then it's somewhere. No, it's going to come to you. So even Amazon, through their distribution system, and say, maybe they don't have a store that you would go to in the same way, but there's still a where that's a part of that.
Yeah, and there's a where for the goods too. It's distribution. So it comes back to that. In sustainability, we talk about what are the geographic and environmental impacts of a cup of coffee, right? And so there's a retail aspect of that. That bean, that cup, that little cardboard thing that keeps your hand from getting burned, the lid. Even if it's a cup that has wax on the interior, all of that comes from a place, and it comes together, right, in geography.
Yeah. And so that really highlights, Steve, I think the great synthesizing nature of this, just the fact that geography brings it together. It brings together the cup, the product. I mean, everything comes together, and you come together with the product. So maybe you go and pick it up at Starbucks, or you go and pick it up at Walmart or Target, or maybe it comes to you from Walmart or Amazon or another retailer. So it's just this fascinating system that keeps on building.
But when it gets down to this class, what are you hoping for students out of this class this semester?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, there's a couple of levels at least that I think about that on. I do think about the majority of students in the class that probably are not going to be retail geographers or business geographers. And I just want to, just foundationally say, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm not trying to convert you into a business geographer, a retail expert, or anything like that. There's a few people in the class that are headed that direction for career. Okay, I want to address those people too. But for the majority of people, I just want to give you another skill set, another way of looking at the world. Because like I say, we all shop, whether we really like shopping or not. It's part of our life. And so understanding the background behind that and to appreciate the geography behind that, I think is really important. So I think it's a good class for everyone to take. But beyond that, I would also say for the people who are heading in a direction for a career in retail geography, I'm just so excited for you. I know there's opportunity. Now, the one thing I'd have to say along with that is that opportunity is changing. I get feedback from our alumni that is indicating that even in the last few months, the career opportunity, and if you try to prepare yourself for the careers that our alumni, our graduates have now, you might come up short. You might be disappointed because the jobs are not quite the same. So honestly, I am trying to get a grip on all of the changes as well. But that's kind of the positive thing with being here, is that we've got this rich community of, professors and students, so us, but there's also the alumni that are part of the group who are really interested in this class and other classes, and they want to contribute. And so you'll probably see them pop in and out explicitly during the semester. I'm going to invite them to Zoom in, and so that'll be fun. But even when you don't see them, they're contributing, and that's kind of the fun thing, is that I'm getting feedback from them, I'm talking with them, I'm talking with other practitioners as well. So that's part of it too.
That's awesome. I tend to think of, well, we've talked about this a lot. It's what geography really brings to the table, and really any career, is it's not one thing. It's not only spatial, but it is spatial. It's not only locational, but it's locational. The difference between location and place. Place has context, and it brings all the intersecting factors together. And that's what makes geography unique, is that it goes to a place and asks questions about why configurations of environment, people, culture, shopping are happening in the way that they are in that place compared to maybe a different place. It's very comparative, it's very analytical, and it's very perspective building. And we find that our alumni are able to solve problems because they think about all those intersections. So your class is no exception. It's just looking at one part of the world, applied retail, through that geographic lens, which is really a powerful lens. So I'm really excited for your class. Thank you for letting me interview you. I wish you all the best of luck this semester. Anything else you want to end up with, Murray?
No, I just want to say thanks to you, Steve, and thanks to the class for just listening in on a little conversation that we're having here. And I hope it helps to make me a little bit more real and the class a little bit more real. I'm a person, absolutely, through and through. If there's any doubt, yes. And this is going to be an organic experience this semester. This is going to be a different class than I've ever taught before, and they always are. But in this semester, I think it's going to be even more different. So I'm looking forward to being with you, class, during the semester, and just seeing what we can build out of this.